What is the sexiest non-physical quality in a woman? Kindness. My wife is the most kind person I have ever met. We hit 36 years next week. I tell her every day how special she is. She builds people up when so much of the world tears us down. She makes my life wonderful, but she makes the world just a little nicer place to live in. Kindness is contagious, so her impact is far beyond what she sees. Enthusiasm. I adore a woman who has passion and enthusiasm on the surface layers of her mind. Don't have my glasses on and read this as euthanasia. Openness. I think every guy here can agree that there is nothing we want more than to feel like we can be open with our partner. A woman who asks questions and doesn't seek to agree all the time but understand us and won't weaponize our vulnerability when things get heated. That's who you want to marry. I find women who are truly happy in many ways really attractive, and I feel bad about it because I am not the most positive person, so shouldn't judge. It could be perceived as shallowness. I like it when I see in a woman's eyes that she is actively listening and maybe laughing at something internally, and her eyes are just bouncing and glittering, and sometimes you can tell they're dying to crack a joke. Most people have pretty dead eyes. When she makes time to hang out and do things with me. Soothing voice. One of my ex-GFs had a lovely voice and would casually sing soothing songs while we were out on dates. I loved every second of it. My wife has an amazing soothing voice. Sometimes I'll ask her to speak to read to me and it helps to fall asleep at night. The downside that she chews like a camel. When she's really knowledgeable and passionate about something. If she can talk for hours about it and is really excited to teach you. Knowledge and passion are just sexy. Also, if she finds me sexy, lol. Seriously, the hottest thing in the world is a woman being turned on by you. Sense of humor. Being attracted to me. Need me a freak like that. I also like girls that are attracted to that guy. Confidence and intelligence. One time I was waiting in line and the woman behind me had her hands full. Her phone started ringing and she made eye contact with me and, without even asking/communicating anything, just reached out to hand me the stuff she was carrying so she could answer her phone. It didn't come across as annoying either, just like pure unapologetic assertiveness. Was unironically one of the sexiest things ever, and we exchanged numbers before we left. It didn't end up going anywhere, but we did hang out and she was very witty and pretty, to boot. Curiosity. Being a good conversationalist. I don't know if that's a thing, but good God, do I love meeting women who know how to keep a conversation going. I don't mean showing interest or something like that, but really people that don't just go I this, me that, when I traveled to Ibiza and have actual relevant or interesting things to say. One of the reasons why I'm with my current girlfriend is that she is so much fun to talk to. Having a good sense of humor. Question. When you say a good sense of humor, does that mean she laughs at your jokes or you think she is funny? Or something else? My wife's sense of humor is incredible. Not only does she laugh at my jokes, but she makes jokes right back at me that make me laugh. We'll joke about something dumb and go back and forth, adding to the joke. She also breaks my balls all the time, which is hilarious and always unexpected. Not every guy wants a girl that has a sense of humor like this, but I definitely need someone that not only laughs at my jokes but can make me laugh too. Showing interest without playing mind games. Humor. I love someone who can make me laugh. The ability to be goofy. My favorite quality is when a woman can find humor in the little things and can act like a dork with the things she likes. Maybe it's 'cause I like sharing silly jokes with people I care about. When someone can have an unthreatened joy about the little things in life, I find it very endearing. Personality. Talked with a woman yesterday, not overly physically attractive, but she was kind and funny and thoughtful, and her great personality made her very attractive. This guy talks to women. How did he get a Reddit account? Intelligence. I have a question. I wouldn't consider myself really intelligent, but not stupid either. However, I'm very curious. Most men I know get offended when I ask questions or for clarification when talking about something, a topic they're better at than I am, or when I explain something I know a lot about. I'm the kind of ask me the wrong question and I'll tell you a whole documentary About the tutors for the next hour person. For clarification, I always tell my conversation partner to stop me when they're bored, and I really don't mind. So what was the question? Her voice. I'm a sucker for a deep, BEA Arthur type voice, though like higher register voices too. I'm surprised nobody has said listening. I think the ability to listen and patiently wait to say your piece is really attractive. Not being a slave to fads or trends. Being comfortable enough with herself to take her own path. This is a good trait to value in anyone. When they actually care for me. Everyone deserves that. Being sassy. I love me a girl with some snark. My husband married a sassy woman, and let me just tell you, after 8 years of marriage he's sick of my strength in their hind legs when landing from a high jump. WTF. As opposed to their forelegs? I'm not convinced this guy is talking about human women. Returning the shopping cart to the shopping cart receptacle in the parking lot. Splush. Brains. There's nothing sexier to me than when a woman can hold/maintain deep, interesting conversations. It triggers something in my brain that says wife. Not crying when I ask them out. Me in 7th grade when my crush asked me out. I guess it's just overwhelming, lol. Having a passionate hobby that gets them so excited she could talk about it for hours. The smile and passion in her voice makes me smile. Confidence. Thing right here. Beat me to it. Confidence is the absolute most attractive thing in a person. Not boisterous or just being loud. That can feel fake and often is to make up for poor confidence. I'm talking about pure confidence. The ability to feel comfortable when right, but more importantly graceful and not afraid of being wrong. Just comfortable in your beliefs and yourself, and confident enough to truly listen to others and their points. It's incredibly attractive to have someone be truly confident in who they are without needing anyone else's approval, while also being able to listen and think about how they present themselves. Power. When she's badass enough, or has enough power, to start to actually become intimidating. That. When some men/women start to hate that she exists because of the power she has. That. She makes me feel worthwhile. I don't care what she has. I don't care where she lives. I don't care what she does for a living. I want her to think I was the best thing to ever happen to her. I've never, ever gotten that feeling. Only fleetingly. To be loved like that is the ultimate. So in other words, you don't care who they are, where they're from, what they did, as long as they love you? Affability, and everything else more or less falls under that as a result. Definitely intelligence as a default, but something that is deceptively sexy in a non-physical way is a robust vocabulary. Turn me on with words is my love language. I once saw a woman parking her old British car in San Francisco. She was a little off, so she popped it in neutral and put her shoulder into the A-pillar to nudge it forward the 6 into place. Hottest thing I've ever seen. I gave her a thumbs up and she gave me a what look. My wife always goes out of her way to compliment other women, even and especially complete strangers. She doesn't compare herself to them, she's just completely genuine. It's like a form of confidence that celebrates other women, and I love it. When she does things that guys usually do for girls in a genuine way, initiates the conversation/asks you out first, buys you dinner/gifts, etc. I love doing those things for a girl too, but it's hard to not feel like that's all you're good for sometimes. Especially when you have history of other girls, friends, and even family who just want you around when you have something to offer. I did a lot of these things for my ex cause he wasn't very well off. But after a certain point, I wondered when it was going to be my turn. I didn't have a lot of money either. So on one of his birthdays, I got our friends to pitch in how much ever they could to get him a slightly expensive gift. I've made effort to get people who care about him together to celebrate his birthday. These were things even I wanted to, if only once a year. But I never got any of this, and that kinda sucked. Being constantly poor, it was kind of all he could think of, I guess. I didn't blame him for it. Although pretty disheartening when you're also the one buying most of the dinners and movie tickets. Petrol costs too in some cases. Any woman who can make me laugh, not chuckle, but actually belly laugh and need to catch my breath, is automatically attractive to me regardless of what she looks like. Being smart. I want to learn new to have you read me about a subject I'm already knowledgeable about. I want to always be learning together and figuring out new stuff. Brains are effing hot. My wife's intelligence is a daily reminder of why I love her so much. She's thoughtful, caring, and selfless just to make a few things. She is the epitome of what genuine beauty is all about. Wanting to touch me, scratching my back, rubbing my arms, holding my hands, running your fingers through my hair. All of that makes me fall in love. Have you ever been with a girl that actually knows what she wants to eat? Pure, gastronomical, sex. Telekinesis. I agree to an extent. It does get old though. My ex had telekinesis and it was really fun at first, but sometimes she would get in these moods and she would half-jokingly pin me to the ceiling and use the back of my shirt to dust all the cobwebs. I think the power went to her head after a while. There's something older women have in their voices. They are nice and calm and sweet. I find that very nice. Also, if they have a love for something like animals or cars or bikes, that's hella sexy. Supportive and uplifting. It's amazing having someone encourage you and saying that they believe in you. Intellectual ambition. When a woman tells me about going back to school for some 4th degree or something because she's super into something weird, yeah, that's the stuff. Real passion for something. It's surprising and concerning how many people there are, regardless of gender, that can't answer the question, what are you passionate about? Something that I've heard from guy friends, when they don't get offended by their teasing and joke with you back. Childlike look on nature and the world. A woman that picks up a leaf and wants me to see the beauty of the veins on the back of the leaf, something I haven't noticed for decades. I want someone in my life to remind me of the world and the beauty it contains that I've forgotten about. I get what you're saying about being attracted to a partner who has awe for the beauty of the natural world, but maybe don't say that the quality you find attractive is childlike. Yeah, I thought that was weird too. I just don't know how to describe it. Someone who isn't disenchanted, instead excited and happy for whatever the world throws her. It's what we remember and most of us lose after childhood, but when I meet a woman that has held on to it, that is sexy. Receiving a compliment from a woman. I will think about that compliment for years to come. It is as though we are on two different extremes. Women are oversaturated with them and men hardly ever receive them. Start complimenting your brother's mate. Women get lots of compliments because we try to bring each other up. We don't compliment random men as much because you don't want to give him the wrong idea, and when men compliment us it can often be alarming rather than flattering. But when women compliment each other, that feels awesome. So compliment your brothers, let other men know what you admire about them, and help change this whole men don't get compliments standard around. For me, the being a skateboarder. The qualities that it takes to become decent at skateboarding are not qualities that we encourage in girls, so when a girl just doesn't give a f and gets good at it anyway, so damn hot. So, this is my personal preference, maybe an unpopular opinion. They say that in love the winner is the one who flees. That's not for me. I like if a woman reciprocates my interest, she shows that she's into me and she doesn't play hard to get. Being able to do things for themselves, not being a helpless little woman. Also, any athletically inclined woman is more attractive to me, especially if it's something that I'm also interested in like bikes or snow sports. A give no f's deadpan sense of humor. On the flip side, finding a man that appreciate deadpan dark humor is quite difficult. Most times I have to explain that it is a joke.